Oh, I'm so excited. It's here. It's here. It's here. Oh, the DJI Ronin S. Oh my God, I've been waiting such a long time for this. Oh, we're gonna go through this today. I can't wait. Now there's a lot to go through with this extremely versatile, incredible piece of equipment. So what I might do is split it up into two different segments. Today I'm going to be going through what's in the box, a little bit about it, and the advancement of it in comparison to the Ronin M, which is its predecessor. And next week we're going to go into the field and we're going to see what it can do. Welcome to Tech Thursday. Now this week, as you saw at the very start of this episode, we are going to be looking at the DJI Ronin S. Now if you are a little bit familiar with gimbals in general, you'll know that a lot of the recent gimbals have been massive, huge rigs where you just have to lug loads of equipment around. And one of the most used, sort of well-known gimbals before is the DJI Ronin M. Now, this gimbal was so big that you actually had to carry around a stand in order to put it down on it as well. Luckily, the thing did fold up. It wasn't massive, but the downside to it was you had to carry around the stand, which was pretty big, as a separate part, and you couldn't really fold that up and put it anywhere. Whereas with this one, the DJI Ronin S, it's so small, it's so versatile, the advancements in it are incredible. Now, I've only gotten to use this for about, I would say, 2.5 days, so I haven't even gotten into it fully. So next week we're going to be doing a complete field test on what this thing can actually do when we're going out and filming something. Let's just have a look at it now. As you can see, it comes in this amazing, lovely white box with the Ronin S on the very front. And this handle here, this is actually the handle for the case, which is very handy. So if we slip this thing out, oh, move that to the side. Now, this is our case. It is lovely. It's almost this soft type of foamy type of fabric, and it just feels lovely. At the very front here, we have our latch, our lock. So when we want to open that up, boop. Ooh. And this is our set right here. It looks absolutely beautiful. Loads of pieces of equipment, very easy to put together. Okay, so why don't we have a look at what's inside this case. Now the predecessor to the Ronin S is the Ronin M. Used to be this pretty big sort of two-handed gimbal where you had to carry it around and use it like this, and it had a massive stand which you could not fold up. It had to be carried around separately as well. So it was a massive sort of pain in the ass to carry it around. This new gimbal, the Ronin S, is a very, very versatile, huge advancement in technology, one-handed gimbal. So in this case, we have a stand which also acts as a grip. So this is your stand. This is what it looks like folded up. And when we unfold it, this is essentially your stand. Very handy, very small, very nice grip on it as well. Feels good in your hand when you are actually controlling the entire rig. Now the next part of this rig is the battery. Now the battery is very small. This is it here. Has a very, really good feeling grip when you are holding the entire thing. And on the very bottom you have two inserts for one big thread and one smaller thread. So the smaller thread would be for your stand here, which is also your other grip. And we would connect that up like this. And this would then be your two grips. Or you can use one grip, and it is also your stand as well. Now, the other thread, the bigger thread on the bottom of this battery here, can be used for something like a monopod, where you want to get some of those longer shots, you know, instead of being like you know, I want to get a shot all the way over here, and let me just reach for that right there. Now the next part that goes on top of this is the actual main brain of the system, the actual gimbal itself, which is this thing here. So to connect this up, you essentially just want to match this inside thread here with the bottom of your gimbal here. Connect them up like that. Make sure it is unlocked. It is. And once they're connected, then you want to make sure that latch right here is flicked over so it is locked. Now to turn all this setup on, you have a little button down here at the very bottom of your grip. You just want to press that once and that should flick on for you then. And you also have another button up here beside some of your controls on the gimbal, and you just want to hold that down as well, and that should turn on for us then. And wait for it to connect. And there we go. This is essentially our gimbal. And when you're not using it, you also have your stand. So it's perfect. When it's not a stand, bring it back down, you have another grip for your other hand. So you can get extremely smooth shots then. You can also use this with one hand. It's very handy to use with one hand, but the second grip is also extremely good. What's left in the box is you also have your mounting plate for your camera, which is very handy. Your plug for charging, and this nice small case with all your cables and your threads and your bolts and anything else you want in there. In this, I generally keep either a 10 or 20 cent coin, purely for the sake of being able to tighten up some of those bolts when I'm connecting this thing up every time I take it out of the case. So in this we have some of our bolts, another mounting plate for our camera. So this plate will be mounted on top of our cradle here, and essentially this other mounting plate would be on top of this, but our camera would be screwed into this section here. And we also have a few more bolts and mounting plates, and then just 2 spare Allen keys as well, which may come in handy from time to time. So we would also have a USB-C type cable, which will help with charging your unit. Now this thing is very, very powerful. It takes 2 hours and 15 minutes to completely fully charge from being dead, and it can run for as long as 12 hours. So I don't know anybody who would work straight through constantly for 12 hours. Even on film sets, you know, people take breaks, they go off for an hour. Put this thing on charge, put it on standby, and you're going to save an awful lot of battery. And I highly doubt you are going to run out of battery with this thing, because it is very, very powerful and just lasts so long. So as well as your USB charging cable, you also have this other cable here, which you can connect into the very front of your cradle here for your camera. Now this can connect into 2 ports here and connect into the side of your camera in order for you to use some of these record buttons and some of the features that you're able to use with the camera, especially your focus wheel here. But this isn't the lightest one-handed gimbal ever. This comes in at about 1.86 kilograms weight-wise, just to carry by itself. Now it can take up to about 3.6 kilograms as well, so it can withstand very heavy cameras. I've even seen a red camera mounted on this, which is quite impressive because red cameras can weigh an awful lot, but it can withstand an awful lot of weight, which is very handy. And the one great thing about this is you don't have one-handed grip, you can also have a two-handed grip if you need it as well. One of the great advancements that they've made, and one thing that they realized a lot of people complained about in some of the predecessors to the Ronin S, was in fact that with the Ronin S, with our roll axis right here, they have actually lowered this section right here. and it means that you're able to see your screen on the back of your camera. You're not going to need an external monitor to place on the side here to have a look. On previous versions, this axis here would have been straight up, probably around here, which means it was very hard to see what you were actually filming. This whole rig here is incredible. I'm going to be using this an awful lot in 2019. I'm hoping that you guys are going to enjoy much smoother shots, more sort of one take shots, because this thing can be known as a one taker. You can get your shots normally in one take because this piece of equipment right here, the Ronin S, is a very reliable, very sturdy, strong, powerful piece of equipment. So that's it for this week's Tech Thursday, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved seeing this new Ronin S Gimble. And next week we're going to be going into the field and I'm going to show you guys exactly what this thing can actually do. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you aren't already, because there's going to be an awful lot of amazing content coming up in 2019. I want you guys to be involved. I want you guys to see the stuff as soon as it comes out. And come follow me on Instagram as well, because I'm going to be uploading some fantastic pictures in 2019 for this year. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take care. Don't forget, next Thursday we're going to be checking this thing out. Have a good week. See you later on. Peace.